In this nitty-gritty Let's Play live stream, we're going to be playing American Mah Jongg at I Love Mahj. If you have not tried playing at I Love Mahj yet, look for my email in the video description below. Send me an email and I can send you information on their trial. It's a 3-week trial. If you sign up straight through I Love Mahj, you can get a 2-week trial. So if you use MAHJLIFE as your promo code, you can get an extra week for free. And they have a wonderful exercise room. So if you're new to the game or you're building your skills, maybe you're practicing a new strategy for an upcoming tournament, this is a great place to leverage some wonderful tools in that exercise room. And we are going to be focusing on high-risk sabotage today. So we're going to be playing a very defensive game. It's going to be a little bit challenging though, because we're not going to be able to do hand reading with discards. We'll be able to read hands with exposures, but not so much with discards because they're chronological. So we'll do the best we can, but at least we can use the exposures to help us figure out what people are playing. I want to say thank you for watching my videos. And also I want to say thank you to our moderators for helping monitor the chat. So let's see, I see a note in my broadcast system that there's a little bit of instability going on. So let's find out if there's going to be any issues. So I apologize in advance if there are any issues with technology. So I'm going to go ahead and get my presentation open and then also get to I Love Mahj. Later, like at about, let's say, let me see here. Let's say 2:15, we're going to do a giveaway. I'm going to give away 5 channel memberships. I do have an appointment at 2:30, so I need to leave this live stream just 5 minutes early. So we'll do the giveaway at 2:15, and then we'll chit chat for a few minutes, and then I'll get off the live stream for this meeting that I have coming up. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Does anybody have any questions maybe about the new schedule? This live stream will go till 2:30, 1 to 2:30. Let me get this open. I had another meeting this morning, so I'm running just a little bit behind schedule. So bear with me as I get this up for you. Okay. Oh, there it is. And let's see, where is... Okay, now I'm going to share my screen and we'll get started. Hello, Abby, Wes, Susan, Cindy, Mary. Thank you so much for coming. Dana, hello. All right, so here's our short presentation that we have here, high-risk sabotage. So let's check out some of these things that can help you with a defensive game. What we're going to talk about is red flags, observe tells, which are much easier to do when you play in person. So there will be, actually at I Love Mahj, there are very few tells that we'll be able to leverage. Choose your tactics. So that's all going to be based on what's happening at the table. And then, of course, we're going to take action. So this is the process. In order to sabotage, you've got to be able to observe your opponents and what they do, and then change your tactics accordingly. And that's whether or not you're going to play to win or fold and block. So we'll talk about all of that. The first one is about red flags. So during the Charleston, there are some red flags that we can exercise here. Let me pull up. this here. One of them is when your opponents pass blind. That is a red flag. Now, sometimes when someone passes blind, they could be either zeroing in on one hand, which is what you should assume. Of course, we know what happens when you assume, but you want to assume that they're zeroing in on a hand. The other option is that they're in between. They're in the in between categories or in between hands. Either way, it's not a good thing. You don't want to be in between and pass blind, or be in between and stop the Charleston. You want to pick your strongest option. And that's what everybody should be doing. Pick your strongest option and keep going. So passing blind is a red flag. And if that happens, you want to remember that, because that person, especially if they stop the Charleston and they're across from you, you do not want to pass with them in the optional, because you could be helping them get to a win quicker. Also, anyone who stops the Charleston, that is a red flag. Anyone who negotiates low, that is a red flag as well. If somebody only wants one tile, I highly recommend a decline. Just keep what you have and let it be a discard. During the play, these are the red flags. Post-exposure discards, they could be a red flag. So it's going to depend on what their exposure was and where you are during the game. And we'll be able to talk about those red flags when we do the demonstration. Opponents making more than one exposure. So once someone has two exposures, they're committing. They have enough strength in their hand to commit, which could be a red flag. And it's going to depend too on their experience level, because newer players may commit before they should. So you want to be mindful of who you're playing with. And if you know they're a beginner, maybe you want to just season your interpretations with just season your interpretations. Don't just take it all for granted that everything is a red flag. That's not quite what we're talking about here. You just want to be aware. Any opponents who discard a joker, that is a big red flag. Typically, that is going to mean that they're either playing a pair hand, they're waiting to win on a single or a pair to complete and declare mahjong, or maybe to further develop their hand. But it could also mean that they have folded and they're trying to block. But it really depends on where you are in the game. And we'll be able to talk about that when we get to gameplay with commentary. So actually, you know what? Let's do this. We're going to pause right here, and then we're going to circle back to this. Let's play a game, and we'll talk about some of those red flags while we play a game. Then we'll come back to this presentation, and we'll pick it up with how then to sabotage. So I'm going to stop sharing, and then I'm going to now share my screen with I Love Mahj up, and we'll play. Let's see here. Where did my, oh, here it is. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and play with robots, and we'll do a game with commentary on red flags. So let's play with bots. We'll play intermediate. I'll launch the game. And let's see what we can do here. We're playing level 2, 2025 card. Make sure you have the 2025 card up. All right, let's see what we have. We have a wide, no. We have a pair 8. So whatever we do, we're going to use that pair of 8s. Let's see. We've got single wind, dragon, green, white, 5 band, 1, 2, 5, 7 in cracks, 2, 3, 4, 9 in dots. So with an 8 crack, I think I would hold 5, 7, and then I would probably hold the 9 we might be able to play an even hand. We have plenty of discards here. So I think either 2, 4, 6, 8 or 5 through 9. Okay, so we've got a south, 3, 1 can go. There's a keeper, 6. Here's a 4. We have a green dragon that can go. The 1 can go. So now we need to make choices. We do have some potential for evens or 6, 7, 8, 9. So probably 4, 6, 8, 2, 8, 3 white, 3 dot. Okay, let's pass the 3 dot. That's a little bit risky, but we need help here. Okay, now 1. Oh yes, we want to keep going. We have a pung of 8s now. I wouldn't pick a hand. We're just gathering tiles. Okay, here's a 9. We have 2 clear discards. We have 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 2, 4, 6, 8 is just not gelling, actually. I think I would let that 4 bam go because the evens are really not gelling. I think I would rather play 5, 6, 7, 8 of some kind. Let's let the 2, 4 and the 4 go because we can do 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got a hand with no gaps. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now here's a 8 and a 9. Here's a 7. So that was a good choice. Now we're doing the optional cross. So I don't recall anybody passing blind or nobody stopped the Charleston. So no red flags. We have the 5 can go. We have 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. We do have a 9 dot pair, 7, 8, 9. I think I would pass 2. So we're passing short. So this would be a red flag. We're kind of in between. And we could pass maybe, let's say the 8 dot. We could have maybe given up, but I just want to keep my options open because we really don't have a strong hand. Okay, so we're the dealer. We're going to start by discarding the north. So now let's see if we can identify some red flags. That's really not a red flag flower right now. Now that would be a red flag. Making an exposure with a joker as just one discard already, that's a red flag. To me, if this were a human, I would say they probably have a strong hand. Since it's a robot, I don't know. There's another exposure with a joker. Again, we're playing with robots. So it's going to be iffy on what that means because they do tend to play a bit recklessly sometimes. So let's just see what happens here. We do have a hand here with no gaps. 5, 6 dot 7, 8 crack. So that's probably what I would focus on. We could pung the 7, Kong the 8, pung the 5, and then build on the 6. There are 2 jokers open for exchange. So we might be able to get a joker. Let's go ahead and call since we have no gaps. Okay, so we can discard that. Okay, now there's another red flag. Look at that, a Kong with 2 jokers. That is really aggressive playing. So we'll find out what that's all about. Okay, let's let the 5 bam go. Somebody got a joker already. We need to Kong that, so we have to let it go. Oh, we're going to need major jokers now. Or we fold and block. We could just fold and block. Oh, they got it. Shoot. They got it. Okay, 7 crack pung. 7 crack pung. I'm just thinking if there's something we could do with that 7 crack pung and flowers. I don't think so. I was thinking maybe we could switch to like numbers, but we have a gap. There, joker exchange. Okay, let's let the flower go. Three crack. They must be doing a 1, 3, 3, 5. They could be doing 2, 3, 4, 5. I would let this go now. Oh, they were ready. Yeah. I mean, we were pretty early in the game. I didn't think they would be early at this point, but it's a robot. Okay, so we're going to jump back to the presentation and we're going to talk about sabotage now. So let me present my screen again. I kind of feel like we're at a bit of a disadvantage by not being able to look at discards in proximity to players. So it is a little bit of a challenge, but anyway, we'll do the best we can. So let's talk about how to sabotage your opponents. You've got to be mindful of tells. You got to observe tells. And this is much easier to do in person because humans typically show their feelings on their face and in their body movements, in their physical bodies. So their emotions manifest through their behavior. So with a tell, which is a change in a player's behavior that can give clues to that player's viability of their hand, or basically what they're thinking or feeling. And you can interpret what you observe based on what's happening at the table and make smart decisions on what you do with your own hand and how to proceed with the game, whether you decide to sabotage or whether you decide to push to win and try to win before they can further develop their hand or win before you. One of the things that you can interpret would be verbal tells. Verbal tells would be if somebody says something like, I went the wrong way, or I didn't even start with a flower, or I had all single tiles in my hand. Those are all tells. If anybody ever says anything about their hand or the game, you can use that information to your advantage. There are also physical tells. This would be something like a flinch or a hesitation. If someone starts to maybe they pull back when a discard goes out, you could assume that maybe they needed that, but they're not ready to take it. And remember what that tile is because they likely need it. So physical tell would also be something like a smirk or biting a lip, or maybe putting their chin in their hand. Those are all indicators of emotions or mindset. There are also tile tells, and these are tells based on movement of tiles. For example, if someone discards a tile and then another player turns a tile in their hand on its side, you can, once you know that person, you can figure out what that means to them, whether it is a discard that they need or whether they have a tile that maybe is an option and they're turning that tile in their hand on its side to indicate that one of them are out, so therefore it could be discarded next, something like that. Another example of a tile tell is spaces in between the tiles on their rack. And I think we may have some examples here, some visuals. But with sabotage, this is basically a deliberate destruction, disruption, or damage of a category or hand executed by an opponent. So we can affect or impact somebody else's hand based on what we do, whether that would be discarding before they're ready or holding their tiles and folding our hand to discard safely and blocking them from developing their hand. Destruction would be the deliberate action that involves the destruction of a hand. You've got to be very timely with that, and you've got to be mindful of discards. So timing and awareness are key with destruction. There's wastage, and wastage would be a deliberate action that involves discarding a joker or discarding a symbol tile that could have been used for a joker exchange. If you discard a symbol tile that could have been used for a joker exchange, you're sabotaging an opponent's ability for a pure hand, would be an example of wastage. Because you could have used that joker, but you could also have set them up for a pure hand. There's also inaction. Inaction is the deliberate inaction that prevents an opponent's hand development. Basically, you hold their needed tiles, or you choose to use their needed tiles. So it would be the opposite of discarding their tiles that they could then claim. So you're making the intentional decision to modify your own plan to keep their tiles one way or another. Let's talk about weight patterns. This is going to help you when you decide whether or not to discard a risky tile in the end game. There's a single weight where you need to complete, let's say, news, and you're waiting on a north. You could have a pair weight where you're waiting to complete a pair of tiles. You could have a multiple weight where you're sitting there with a pung and you need one more tile or a joker. You could have a double weight where you have two big multiples with jokers, and one of each of those tiles could complete your hand. There's a similar one with a triple weight where you can have three big multiples waiting to complete with jokers that you can reallocate. And then we have a quad weight. That would be four big multiples where you could win on one of four tiles. The idea with weights and the decisions that you need to make are based on weakness and strength. The closer you get to the single weight, the weaker the weight. The closer you get to the quad, the stronger the weight. So you want to think about how strong your weight is to help you decide whether or not it would be worth it to risk discarding a tile that could give somebody a winning hand. A single pair weight is weak. A multiple weight is strong because you can complete it with a number tile or a joker. A double triple is stronger, and a quad is strongest. You want to look for opportunities to increase the strength of your weight. So hand selection is going to be key. For example, a quad weight is only possible with either pung kong, a two pung, two kong hand, or a pair with four big multiples. For example, if you're playing, I don't think we have four big multiple. Yeah, we do. If you're playing, let's say year number 4, concealed, that could have a quad weight because you have a pair of flowers and then four big multiples. So you could potentially have a quad weight with that hand. I think that is, the closed like number hand, that could be a quad weight as well. And any two pung, two kong hand could be a quad weight. And I think that's it for quad weights. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 quad weights potentially on this card. So you want to look for or pick a hand that's going to give you the best kind of weight in the end. If you pick one of these hands, either the one with four big multiples or the two pungs, two kong hands, those will guarantee you a strong weight. Now, that's if you have your pair in hand, and I would hope that you would. So with your weight, you want to adjust your position in the game. If you consider yourself to be an underdog and you have a weak weight, you need to stay as an underdog and probably break up your hand. If you are a contender and you have a weak weight, you might consider yourself to be an underdog. If you have, let's say, you might consider yourself to be a contender and you have a quad weight, bump yourself up to front runner. If you're a contender and you have a strong weight, you should be a front runner for that. So think about your position and the strength of your weight. Adjust the position based on the strength. If your weight is strong, bump up. If your weight is weak, bump back. And then take the relative risk when you're discarding during the end game. Here's a little formula for you that could help with push-pull judgment. Front runner by 7 discards, exposable hand, strong weight, 2 out of 3, push. Basically play to win. If you have only one of these, fold. Now you could, let's say, have an exposable hand and a strong weight, you should play to win. Maybe you were a front runner by 7 discards and you have a strong weight, but you're playing concealed, play to win. But if you have, let's say, a strong weight and you were not a front runner by 7 and you're playing a concealed hand, you should probably fold if you draw a risky tile. And what is a risky tile? It's going to depend on the likelihood of it being risky and the impact that it could create. So on the left, we have the likelihood being improbable, possible, and probable. So that is likelihood: improbable, possible, probable. You got to think about the level of risk for each discard. And then you want to look at the impact that it will create if you discard that tile. If your opponents have no exposures and you discard the winning tile, the impact would be acceptable because you can't figure out what people are playing with one exposure. If somebody has, or no exposures, if someone has one exposure, that would be a tolerable impact. If somebody has 2 exposures, that would be an unacceptable impact. And in that last game, that was an unacceptable impact. I probably should have folded instead of discarding that tile, but they could have been in between a couple of hands. And I think we were still early in the game and I didn't think they would be ready to win yet, but I was wrong. And then we have someone with 3 exposures, that would be an intolerable impact. So the idea here is you want to stay in the low to medium range and stay away from high extreme impact. And basically that just means if someone has 2 exposures or more and you draw a tile that is likely to give them a win, you should fold. So remember this matrix. I have a wiki article called Why Weight Patterns Matter. If you go to MAHJLIFE in the wiki and look for that article, you'll see all this explained, and you can study that and then adopt it to help you with defensive play, especially in the end game. All right, we're going to go back to I Love Mahj and we'll talk more about push-pull judgment based on weight, and we'll talk about the risk matrix, that decision-making likelihood to impact concept. So I'll go ahead and stop sharing. So let me get back to I Love Mahj now, and we'll play. And we'll demonstrate some red flags. I already shared some red flags with the robots making exposures with lots of jokers. Those are red flags. All right, here we go. Let me grab a drink here. Okay, let's see if we can get a nice strong deal. All right, we have a pung of 3s, a pair of 7s in cracks. We also have a pair of dragons with a pung of 3s. That does weigh a bit heavier than a pair, but we have a lot more we can do with the 7s than the 3. So I think what I would do, let's see here. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I would let the 1 go. The 9 can go. And then we've got to sacrifice something here. Let's see. I usually don't pass like numbers. So we've got to sacrifice something. I think I would let the 4 go. Okay, so now here's a 4, 3, 4. Here's a 2, 3 dot. We have a 3, 4, 2, 5 green dragon pair. We have pair 7 and a 7 bam. I think I would let these go and focus on 2, 3, 4. So here we have 3, 4. Let's let the 5 go. This is going to be risky, but we need to set ourselves up first. You got to be a little selfish. Okay, here's a green dragon. And let's let the 6 go. We have a 3 crack and then a 3 dot and a green dragon. I'm thinking like numbers, but that would be, we're playing a gap hand probably. Let's see if we can maybe pick up 7s again. Here's a 7. We're going to keep going. Now we have a pair of 7s with other 7s, and there's no gaps for the concealed like number hand. Since there's no gaps with the 7s versus the 3s, I would break up the 3s and focus on the 7s. I would let that go. Okay, so I would probably keep 8, 9. Let's see here. We're going across. They went 3. I would like to pass 3. Let's see. Okay, so we'll do 3. 3 dot, 5, 8. 5. Oh, we have 5, 7, 7, 9 here too. 5, 7, 7, 9. Let's see here. I think I'd rather pass though. We have a hand with no gaps with like numbers, so I would go for that. There's a keeper. Okay, so we have 7s with dragons, and we have 5 discards. So we're an underdog. Well, wait, we're the dealer. We have an extra tile. So we're actually a contender because we've got 4 discards. If you have 4 discards, consider yourself to be a contender, which means you can take moderate risk. We're playing a concealed hand, so we're not going to be calling anything. We're just going to gather. We have two pairs we don't need now. Nobody took the 6, so we can let that go. The 4 is already out. Okay, we're concealed, so we're just going to let that go. Let's let the 3 go. We do have a hand in here. And look, we have jokers up there, 3 crack. We've had we're still in the begin game and our joker bait worked. So we have joker bait here. I'm just going to document that. 3 crack. And we have 87 tiles remaining. Our joker bait worked. Oh my gosh, somebody had 2 stinking jokers. Or 2 red, they had 2 3 cracks. Oh my gosh. These robots, I swear, these robots are so stinking lucky. That's ridiculous. Okay, so here we go. I thought we were going to get that joker bait. Those stinkers. All right, here we go. Okay, now we're playing concealed. A 6 dot went down, so it's probably not good joker bait. But you never know. Maybe somebody just wasn't ready. Okay, there's a keeper. So I'd say we could put ourselves as a front runner now. We're at 72 tiles remaining and we have only 2 discards. So I think we're looking pretty good. We have no gaps. Now we do need a pair of flowers, so we've got to get a flower in here. There's one. Okay, look, joker bait, 60 tiles remaining. Let's see if we can get it. So joker bait worked this time. Well, we'll see. 60 remaining. Okay, let's find out. All right, we're going to take it, and now we'll discard the 5 dot. And when I discard this, we are going to have a double weight because we'll be able to win on a 7 crack or a 7 dot. So we have a strong weight, even though we're playing a concealed hand. We were a contender, so technically we should fold. But we're really early in the game still. We're right at the midpoint. I say we're a front runner and we should play to win. So we need a 7 dot or a 7 crack to win. I keep looking for the 6 dot. Right now, that's the only exchangeable. Oh, it's locked in. There's a 6 dot up there. Okay, we're in the end game now, so we need to be mindful of our picks. Right now, the opponent across from us, they have a 3-5, so they're probably playing. Well, they could be playing the first odd hand. So a 1 dot, or I'm sorry, a 1 crack is going to be risky. A 9 crack will be risky. I see 2 9 cracks out. Let me see here. I see 1 crack. They could be playing odds 1 3 5 7 9. We have 2 7s. They need 3. They could also be playing 1 3 3 5 with BAMs, 1 3 BAM, because the 1 dots are in an exposure to the right. I see 1 1 BAM, and I see 2 3 BAMs here. 1 3 3 5, second hand down on the right. They could be playing either one of those hands. But I would say they're a contender because they're going to need jokers. Either way, either hand, they're going to need jokers. There's one. We have 3 jokers visible, 2 in our hand and 1 exposed. So that means there are 5 jokers out. They could be in the wall. They could be in our opponent's hands. The player across from us needs 1 9 pairs. So they would only be able to use the jokers with the 7. Unless they're playing the second hand down under little odds, in which case that's a hand of least resistance, and they can use any number of jokers. So we just won't know until they get another exposure. Okay, we don't need that. That's our win. Mah Jongg. Okay. Oh, they're playing 1 3 5. 1 3 5 dragon. Third hand down. That is a hand of least resistance as well. They have a flower, so they're not even ready. We were definitely a front runner on that one. The player on our left, they're actually ready to win on a double weight. No, a multiple weight, a double weight, flower or 4 dot. So the player on our left was a front runner as well. The player on our right, underdog. They've got 3 discards. Okay, so we're gonna play again. Let's see what we can do now. We have a pair of 3s. So with this pair of 3s, let's see. With what else we have in here, I would probably do 2 3 of some kind. We could maybe do little odds. We could maybe play like numbers, but we have no 3 dot. So we need to let something here go. I think the red I would let go here. Okay, 2, 3. So we have 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, green, 2, 3, green. We don't, let's see. Let's let the 2 dot go. Okay, here's a 5. There's 2 tiles to pass. 2, 3, 5, no 4. 2, 3, 4, 5 we could do. That is a hand of least resistance. And we could use this joker to fill that gap. It's not ideal. I think what I would do is break up the 3, let these go, and focus on 2, 3, 4, 5, even though it's a gap hand. So let's just see how this plays out. If we have a 2, 3, 5, we'll let these go here. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a 6. Here's a red dragon. We have an east. 3 can go. Okay, so now we need to let something go. I think the 6 can go. Okay, we got a 3 crack, and we have 3 tiles we can pass. That's a little bit risky. Let's let the dragon go. Okay, no keepers. We can just pass these. Clear discards. Let's see, we have a 2, 3 there. Here we do have a 1, 2. Let's let this dragon go. Okay, there's a 2. We have a 3. So we have lots of 1, 2, 3. 5 crack pair, but it's isolated. We need a 4 crack in there. All right, so I'd say we're an underdog until we fill a gap or decide what hand we're playing. If a 2 crack or a 3 crack go down, we could maybe call and commit to a gap hand, second hand down on the left. Not ideal. We need that 4 crack. There's a 3. All right, 1, 2, 3. We'll just keep it going. Trust the process. Flower. All right, let's see. We have 3 crack Kong, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3. Let's let the 1 go. You know what? If we get a 1 bam, we could play this third hand down, or we could even use the joker for the 1 bam, 2 dot 3 crack. So let's see if we get a 1 bam or a 4 crack. A flower came in. Okay, we need a 1 bam or a 2 crack. I mean, a 4 crack. A 1 bam would be really nice because then we can do 1, 2, 3 and use that joker as our 1. 1 card. 1 card. We need a 1 bam. We're playing a gap hand. A 4 dot. This player on our right is probably doing the third hand down under 3, 6, 9, 2 exposures. So that is going to be an intolerable impact. So a 6 dot is going to be super risky, and so is a green dragon. I would not take that because we have a gap. Oh my gosh. Oh man. That's the first one. We're going to let it go. 2, 3. Okay, now here's a change that we could count on. The concealed hand. Okay, now, oh, it's going to be risky. 1, 2. There's only one more 1 crack. I'm thinking we could maybe do the concealed hand. There are 2 1 dots out and 3 1 cracks out. We need a 1 dot or a 1 crack. Okay, there it is. Wait. Well, we could do, no, that doesn't work. We need a 1, no, we're not taking that. I was thinking we could do 2, 3, 4 mixed suit, but we'd have to throw away a pair of 3s. Okay. Oh, I don't think they're ready. We're at 50 tiles remaining. I don't think they're ready. Oh, dang it. Oh my gosh, another unacceptable, or is that, yeah, unacceptable. Doggone it. These robots, insane. Oh, no. Oh man, these robots are just really good. Okay, so we have a widespread. Okay, so what do we do now? I like to look for like numbers to kind of reveal a pattern. We have 2 1s, 3 8s, 2 1s, 3 8s. So I'd go with the 8s. With 8s, we can do 7, 8, 9. We need to win something against these robots. Okay, so with 8s, maybe we can hold the evens. So let's pass 1, 3, 5. Okay, there's an 8. Now we have a multiple. We can let the 1, 5 go and this 4. We have a pair of 1s now, but our 8s are much stronger. Okay, so we'll continue. Let's see, let's do it like that. So we have mixed suits here. Okay, we don't need any of these. Try to keep it on the edge here. One of each suit. There's an 8. Here's a 6. Let's let the 1 go. Red can go. We have 6, 7, 8, 9 of some kind. We do have, I want to keep that actually, because we do have the 8s. Let's let the 5 go and then the 6. Actually, let's do the 3. 1, 3, 6. There's an 8. And then we have two good discards, I think. I don't think our hand is strong enough to do a risky pass. There's another 8. I would play like numbers probably. We could do 7, 8, 9 though, still of some kind. We're playing another gap hand. Maybe like numbers concealed, or the first like number hand. Any of the like number hands we could do. These robots, what is the deal with these robots? They just get so many jokers. Okay, here's a flower. I'm thinking we should go for this like number hand. We'll see. Maybe the first hand or the concealed hand. Another. Wow. Before we can even breathe and see what's going on, they get a joker. Another one. Look, we're going to get a joker maybe right here. Okay. So now I'm thinking maybe the concealed hand. Oh, well, flower. I would not take that flower. Let's see, what else could we do though? I don't think there's anything else we could do with this. We need our flowers. Unless we could play that second hand down. Pung the 8 dot. Use the jokers for the flowers. This is a little bit risky. We have 3 discards. We have 2 pungs of 8s. I think the chances of us getting another flower is pretty good. Our opponent on the left has 2 exposures. Let's take it. This is a little bit risky, but we could play the second hand down and see if we can Kong one of these or draw into a Kong or be ready on a Kong. Let's just see what happens. If we get an 8 dot, we could pung. 8 dot. Ooh. Okay. Let's pung. This is a little bit risky. But we have 2 options for our Kong. Really? Goodness sake. I wish they would leave how many tiles are remaining. I feel like we only just started the game. How do these robots get ready so quickly? I don't understand. It's like we don't have a chance against them, really. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Shady. They are shady. Okay, excuse me. So we have a pung of 1s. Pung 1. With a pung of 1s, we might, you've been playing on level 1. Oh my gosh. What in the heck? That is just, I don't even know what to say. I really don't. It's kind of discouraging. That's the only way you can win. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. It can be really discouraging, actually. I mean, I'm not discouraged at the moment. I guess I am venting a little bit because I want to win. Okay, now look. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. No gaps, 3 multiples. We're looking good against these robots. Let's try to get one in on them. 1, 2, 3, 4, pung, kong, pung, kong. Let's see if we can beat these robots. Stinking robots. Okay, let's do 3, 7, 1. All right. Oh, let's give them 2. Okay. Makes you wonder about AI. Yes, it does. Okay, no keepers. We have 4 discards, so we're going to be a contender. We're playing a hand of least resistance. Look at that. Call on a pung. That's a red flag, by the way. Joker. And one of these robots is probably going to get the Joker. Gosh, I sound so negative. This is terrible. But these robots put me on tilt. See, they did. They got the Joker before I could barely breathe. These jokers, these robots are jokers. Surprised there's not a Joker in that exposure. Gotta be on your toes with these robots. Let's see if we can get a Joker out of the 1. Okay, we don't need a flower. Oh. Let's see here. The 2 dots are already out. I was thinking maybe we could switch to 1, 2, 3, or maybe like numbers with 1s. We are not ready for that. Oh my goodness. One crack. If we get a one dot, I think I would switch to like numbers. Okay, there we go. Let's let the flower go. We need to pung and we have it. Okay, nobody wants the one crack. Nobody wanted that. Joker swap over here on the left. They get the jokers too. They start with jokers and they get the jokers. Okay, so there's the joker available. Okay, we're going to Kong. Our only joker. Wow. All right, here we go. All right, so now we have, oh my goodness, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs. West, 3 bam, 6 bam, 3 crack. Let's see if we can do a 3, 6, 9 hand against these very shady robots. Maybe we could do like numbers with threes. Let's break up the West. Okay, now here's a 4. There's a 6 though. We have tiles we can pass. We don't have to pick a hand yet. We can do 3, 6, 9, or we could do like numbers with threes or sixes. Maybe threes. Here's a 3. South can go, 4 dot can go. So 3, 6. I don't think this 9 is going to help us. I'm thinking like numbers with threes. There's a 3. Here's a 5. We're going to keep going. Here's a 7. We don't need that. All right, so this 4, we have a 3 crack Kong, 3 bam pair, 4 bam, 3, 6, 6. Let's let the 4 go and then the dragon. I would love to get a 1 bam. We really don't need this 5 bam. We have a 3 though. 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6, 7. That's really not helpful though. Okay, let's see here. Let's let the 6 go. 1 bam came in. Awesome. Okay, so 1, 3, 5 is what we're trying for here, probably. 1, 3, 5 of some kind. So we have a 3, 5, 1, 3, 3, 5, 5, 1, 3, 3, 5, 5. That's going to be risky. I wouldn't pass a 5 here. That would be too risky. Okay, now there, look, 1 crack. Okay, so now I think what I would do is pass 2. We could maybe play the concealed hand. 1, 3 bam, 1, 3 crack, 5 dot pair. We could also maybe do 1, 3 bam, 3, 5 crack. We would not need that 3, but we would need the 5. So we could maybe do 1, 3, 5 dragon. 1, 3, 5 dragon, third hand down. Let's let the 9 dot 9. All right, here we go. Don't need 7. Oh, pass. If we play the concealed hand, we need a flower. Pair. A flower pair. We do not need a white dragon. Okay. Oh, we can't call it. We could maybe use it for the second hand down, but we're not ready. Joker. Okay, let's see. Now let's let the dragon go. Because what we could do is do one crack, three crack, pung kong, pung three, bam, kong five. We could leverage that kong. We would need to kong and we're not ready. Okay, five crack. So we're going to need jokers. Ooh, one bam. All right, 1 3. Let's let the 5 bam go. Wait, yes. 1 3 bam, 1 3 crack, 5 dot pair, pair flower concealed. Also do 1 3 bam, 3 5 crack, and let a 3 crack go. Now, can we get a flower? There are 4 out. 5 dot pair. Let's go for it. So 1 3 bam, pair pair, or pair pair, yes. 1 3 crack, pung pung, and then a pair of 5 dots with flower. So we need a 1 crack and a flower. Can we get a flower? A 1 dot. Okay, there's 2 jokers open. That's a single for us. Oh, that's our tile. Oh no. Oh no. We needed that. Now we need jokes. We need the jokes. At least we have our pairs. Except the flower. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We have 1 that's 5. There are 3 more. Oh. Uh-oh. Joker. Okay, now we're ready on a flower. We're just going to discard that. That's a red flag, by the way. We wasted that. There it is. We got it. Oh my goodness, these robots, I swear they are formidable. We actually got to know win. Oh, ready to win on the right. Ready to win on a double weight. 2.3 bam. Okay, I need to step away for just a couple minutes. I will be right back, and then we'll play one more game, and then we'll do the giveaway, okay? So let me get my system ready here. Where is it? There it is. I will be right back. I'm back. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so here we go. We're going to play one more game. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Let me share my screen. All right. Let's see what we can do now. Okay, we've got two pairs of threes. So let's see, maybe a 3-6-9 hand, or maybe north and south with threes. We need a 3 dot. We need a 3 dot in here. Let's see here. 3-9, 3-9. That's just not really helpful. Let's let the 9 crack go. Okay. That 1 dot is really not helpful either, though. Oh, let's let the 1-2-9 go, I guess. Let's see. There's a 3-6. Here's a 3-6-9. 3-6-9. 3-6. Okay. Dragons. Okay. Ooh, these dragons actually correspond. Let's keep going. Okay, so maybe north and south with threes, or the third hand down under 3-6-9. Oh, there's a 9 bam pair. Here's a 1 bam though too. We have no 6s now. Let's break up the 9. Since we have no 3 dot, let's let the north go. Oh my gosh, then there's the 3. What in the world? That's just craziness. There's a 1 3 1 3 3. Okay, so now we have no north, so let's let the south go. This is a little bit risky here. We got a 3. Let's ask for, we have no 5s. I think I'd let the 1 go. Now we get the 5. Okay, that's okay. We actually have a hand in here with no gaps. 3 green, 3 red, third hand down under 3 6 9. I would still hold this 3 dot, and I'd probably even hold the 1 or even the 5 for 1 3 5. We have 2 discards before we have to pick a hand, so we're going to be an underdog until we pick a hand. And we need to pung. That's the first one, so I would wait. Because that's our only dragon. There's a flower. Maybe we could play the first like number hand with dragons. We need to Kong, pair 3 dot. Oh, 1 dot. Oh, we can just let that go. Four's out. 1 is out. A white dragon. That could give us an option. I think these can go. All right, so we have 3s and dragons. There's a dragon. Okay, so we're probably closer to the 3 6 9 hand. We might be closer to the concealed like number hand. If we can get some keepers, oh, probably we would need to pung. So if we play the 3 6 9 third hand down, we have 4 discards. If we play the concealed hand, we have 3 discards. But if we play the open hand, we could Kong the 3 bam, Kong the 3 crack, wait for the red. We would pung the dragon, discard, and have 3, and it's exposable. Plus, we need a pair of flowers. Let's call it and pung. So we're going to commit to the third hand down under 3 6 9. Kong 3s, pung of corresponding dragons. We need one good pick in here. This red dragon is a keeper. Oh, and then we get the 3 dot. Oh man. Oh, we have equal potential here. 3 crack, I do not see. 3 dot, I do not see. 3 bam Kong. 2 crack out here. White dragon right there. Let's let it go. Yep. There's a joker. Flower. Oh my gosh. That's insanity. Okay, is everybody ready for just a super quick game, a quickie? Let's do a speed round. Okay, we're going to do a speed round. You ready? We have a wide spread 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9 of some kind. Let's just see what happens here. Okay, we don't need a dragon. 1, 4 can go. Oh, here's 4, 5, 6, 7 though. 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7, 8, 9 is probably stronger. There's a 9. South 1 can go. Let's let the white dragon. Oh, wait, we could do 6, 7, 8, 9 dragon. Maybe we have a gap, no flower, of course. We'll continue and pass. We have 8, 9, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's a 9. North can go. We've got 3 9s. We've got dragons. We could do 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7 dot 8, 9 crack. Let's let the dragon go. 9 crack. West 4 can go. So we have 6, 7 dot 8, 9 crack, or we could do like numbers with 9s. Let's let the dragon go. The thing about like numbers is we have no flowers. Oh shoot, I clicked 3. Like numbers with 9s or 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not really working. 6, 7, 8 concealed, 7, 8, 9 concealed, or like numbers with 9s. Okay, we need to, I should have said only 2. Like numbers with 9s, we have no flowers. Even the concealed hand, we have no flowers. I think we're closer to the concealed hand. Okay, we're closer to the concealed hand here. So let's see if we can get flowers again with flowers. Okay, we're gonna go super fast because I want it. Oh my gosh, and then there's a Kong. That is definitely a risk. So we're 3 away, so we're a front runner. Front runner by 7. We're playing a concealed hand though. See, so we have some potential now though to switch, and I would. 5, 7, 7, 9, no gaps, 4 discards, which means we're a contender. So we went from underdog, or really a contender because we have a gap. So really we can't be a front runner with a gap. So 5, 7, 7, 9 switch, 4 discards, we're a contender and we don't need flowers. So let's see if we can get 5, 7, 7, 9, second hand down on the right. 8, 2, 7. There's a joker. Another joker. Now we get the flower. Okay, so we have a flower in there. Let's let it go. We just got to keep her. We're actually set. 5 dot pung, 7 dot Kong, 7 crack pung, 9 crack Kong. We have 3 discards. We're at 60 tiles remaining. I'd say we're a contender. 7 bam. Exchange. Okay, we're a front runner now. So 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right. Okay, we're gonna Kong. We're in the end game. Okay, that's a pung. Now we have a double weight, 5 dot or 9 crack. Ooh, ooh. 2 are out. Oh man, you just got rid of an 8 crack pair. No, we're playing 5-7-7-9. We were playing big odds. Okay, that's going to do it for this live stream for gameplay. The robots at I Love Mahj are advanced. Even if you play with intermediate robots, they're advanced. It's just very difficult to play with robots. If you can play with people, it's much easier. at least at I Love Mahj. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to do this giveaway now. So on my YouTube channel, I have, let's see here, channel memberships. And these channel memberships, I can give away 10 per month. And I usually do it the first Monday of the month, give away 5. And then on Friday, give away 5. So let me go to YouTube so I can do this. I need to pull up YouTube. There it is. YouTube. Let me see. Can I do this with my, let's see here. Okay. I always forget how to do it though. I wish I could do it from StreamYard, but I can't. I have to open a second window. And I always forget how to do this. Okay, YouTube. I want to go to my YouTube channel, please. Please let me go to my YouTube channel. Write the procedure. Yeah, I could do that. Okay, we have like 7 minutes. Okay, and my internet is not good. My computer is slow. It's way too slow for me. Come on now. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, here we go. Okay, we got it. So let's see what happens here. This is how I do it. I think I have to go to my YouTube studio. YouTube. Bye, Evelyn. Okay, I need to go to my YouTube studio, I guess. I'm getting there. I have 5 minutes. Okay, come on, computer. Please catch up. Uh-oh. Text message. That's my meeting coming up here. Yes, I know. I'm trying. I'm waiting for my computer to catch up with me. Bear with me for another minute here. It is just slow as molasses. Seriously, come on. What is happening here? Here we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, now. That's not what I want. Here we go. That's not what I want either. Why is, oh, that's not what is supposed to be happening here. Okay, bear with me here. Doggone it. We might have to give away 10 on Friday because I don't understand why I'm not seeing it the way it was before. I'm supposed to be able to click giveaway channel memberships and it's not showing up. And they actually change things all the time. So we're always having to learn new where things are. They move things around on us. Okay, maybe I am supposed to go to, oh my goodness, come on. Always when you're in a hurry, I know. Dang it. We might have to give them away on Monday. Oh, I mean, not Monday. Oh, on Friday. Okay, YouTube. MAHJLIFE. MAHJLIFE. Oh. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. It's just so slow. All right, we're going to have to just wait till Friday. I'll give away 10 on Friday because this thing is just taking forever. I'm just trying to get to my YouTube channel. Oh my gosh. That's all I want to do. Okay, let me see. We got 2 minutes. Okay, now here's my YouTube channel as a watcher, a viewer, and it's hanging. Okay. No, I don't see how. There we go. Oh my gosh. Oh. Here we go. Okay. I just gave away 5. Joey, Margaret W, Madeline O, Satya K, Michele Frizzell. That's weird. I got a channel membership to my own channel. All right. Anyway, that's weird. Thank you for your patience and congratulations to our winners. We'll give away 5 more on Friday. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Click the little gray bell if you do. That way you'll get notification for when I post new videos and you won't miss an opportunity to learn a new strategy or pick up an insight to the game that could give you an advantage at the table. Between now and the next video, may all your picks be keepers.